Hello everyone, it's Megan Rose from the Philippines. Welcome to the 292nd episode of Gantsilyera, a show and tell of crochet and craft related items. Today is October 25, 2020, a Sunday. I'm taking the privilege to make a video today and I woke up early for this. So welcome to my old and new subscribers. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to visit with me. So today I'm going to show you guys the recent projects, my whips and foes that I made this week. First off, I was able to make some heart-shaped beaded wallets. So I have made this out of chalk beads that I have on stock. And so I was able to make more of them in this fuchsia pink, in this violet color here, also in this cream color, another one in blue. So these are plain colored wallets. I have a tutorial for them that I will put the link below that I made years ago. The only difference is that for that beaded wallet or heart-shaped beaded wallet, it has a borderline to it, while this one is just in plain colors. So I was able to make 8 of them. So I also have made one in red, one in light brown, one in green, and then one in black. So I have made all of them for all of the colors that I have available. So now I have 8 of them and I will put them on my collection because I have been collecting some coin purses and wallets for a while now. So if ever I go somewhere, I can offer them to people. So the only left thing for me to do is to put zippers in these wallets here. And as you can see, they have a handle, which is composed of cluster of 10 or 10 beads in one cluster, so that you can just insert your nail or your finger in it so that it will be portable. It is a very cute wallet that you can put coins in. So I have made 8 of them and I'm aiming to make a tutorial in Tagalog for these wallets here. And if you are interested, I have a written pattern on my blog right now, which is called gantsilyera.blogspot.com. I also put there a picture of this so you can see the clusters. And I also have drawn a diagram so that you will know where to put the clusters of 5 and the clusters of 6. So if you are interested in that, I will put that. I have already put that on my blog. It is really better if you can have an actual item on hand to refer to whenever you're making it. But I will not be able to sell it one by one on Shopee because it's a very tedious job to do it. And if you're interested, I have a Bead Starter Kit that I have put on my Shopee account, and it is this container here with different compartments. I put 3 colors of chalk beads, 3 colors of acrylic beads, and some in black, yellow, and green. So you can try the wallets that I have made a tutorial for. I have this available on my Shopee account as some type of starter kit if you want to start making the wallets. I will put the link on my shop on the description box below. So the next one that I want to share with you guys is the slip-ons. I used the velvet yarn that I bought from Everson, which is the store near my suke. You may have seen me show you guys from my yarn haul the velvet yarns, which I thought was chenille yarns. And so I made one in pink, a pair of slip-ons for the pink one. And these are using half double crochet up until I have a 18 rows for this part here and then 10 rows for this part. So these are gonna be very nice to wear whenever it gets cold or you're in a aircon type of room so that your feet wouldn't get cold. And I have a similar tutorial in Tagalog which I call Pansapin sa Paa, and I will put the link also on the description box below. And then I made another one in the maroon color that I picked up. Another pair, which is somewhat the same as this, but I have some increase on this part here. So now I have two slippers, and I'm aiming to make or buy more of this velvet yarn here in another color so that I can have a collection of this that I can maybe also put on my shop. And Mama was suggesting that I decrease this part here so that the hole or the opening will be much more wider. I have some left over for this project, and I bow them up so that I can use them for a small project just like a coin purse or a wallet. So these are the leftover balls for that project. So the next ones that I'm going to share with you guys is the projects that I have started from my last podcast. I was able to put the features on the puppets. So the first one is this pig inspired one here. So I'm also deciding whether to make a tutorial for this. I was able to make the base part last Sunday, and then I added up two more. So this part here is bigger since this part is where you put the thumb, and the other one is for the pinky. But if you are left-handed, that will be the alternate. So I have made this big one here. What I did was, before putting the features, is rummage my drawer for some made-up crochet pieces. I was able to find one, so this one is already made up. I just needed to put the nostrils for it and then sew it here. And for the eyes, I have used some buttons that have some white paint on it, which I think was the leftover from the amigurumis that I made before. So this is the first one. The second one is this one, which is Cookie Monster inspired in a way. For this, I have used some Bombay buttons that I have left. And these parts here are already made. I just needed to sew it here. And then the third one is this monster here. I decided to incorporate the made up circles in different colors so it will somewhat pop. And this is also a monster. The button that I use is bigger than the other ones, and I have put some eyebrows and a smile. The fourth is the simple one, which is this one. And this one, this oval piece is already made. The fifth is this one, which is a bird. I was aiming to turn this into some type of feather for him. I was not going to put it, but I decided to put it instead. The last three. So the other day, I was thinking of how I can make it easier to make eyes for the puppets. So I decided the other day to just make some felt cloth or cut some felt cloth and turn them into eyes. So this is how it looks. This is the first one. Another monster. And then I have made this duck here. I have this piece already done, so I just folded them in half and then I sewn it like so. So this turned out to be a duck. And the last one is this one, which I think turned out pretty cute. And it is a dog one that has a ribbon on it. So for the other ones, since they only have some limited design to them, I'm thinking of maybe making other stuff or adding up stuff on them, like a curly hair or some type of bow or other features that I can find. But I can add that up after I have shown you these ones later if I'm able to. So that is the third set of projects that I want to share with you guys. And then I started another project using the chenille yarn that I bought recently that is in variegated colors. It is this one. So I was aiming to turn them into a bag. So I wanted something that is knitting. So I decided to pick up this very big needle here that Miss Jan gave me. This is the biggest one that I can find that will be appropriate for this project. So I started this project with a 35 stitches or cast on. Then I was knitting back and forth, but I'm not liking how it looks. So what I did was I casted on 60 stitches and I went around making a somewhat 2x2 ribbing, which is knit 2, purl 2. So these are the beginning of some hats. So maybe I can turn it into a hat, but this is how it is turning out right now. And I have been seeing from Miss Angelia from the Crochet House Mouse that she has been making some fox type of pumpkin. So, and also the other podcasters, I'm seeing you guys making some pumpkins. So I can maybe turn this into a pumpkin if ever I make it as high as I can. And then I will sew the bottom and upper part and put a fiber fill inside. So this is an ongoing project that I started yesterday. So those are most of the projects that I want to share with you guys. So now for some light stuff or some stories. I was able to make a Gantsilyera chat last Friday. I was able to film it Thursday night. So I have been jotting down some topics that I want to discuss. And then recently the series and shows that I have watched is, one of them is Warm and Cozy. It is a Korean novella that we have watched long time ago. But I really wanted to recall the last bits of it. So I watched the last 2 episodes of it on Netflix. And I was quite happy because I really like the chemistry between the 2 characters. And also the love story of the Cameo Rose. I was able to also watch Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. And I'm thinking that it is derived from a novel because I have been seeing from book sales some books about Babysitter's Guide. So I don't know. But I think they will have another series to it. But it is a movie, but I think they will have a sequel to it. And I have been lately cooking for the kids. Whenever I'm downstairs, I'm the one in charge of their merienda or what they eat during the afternoon. So since Sunday, I was able to buy some potatoes. I was able to cook them some potato chips. I have a clip of that I will merge for my Rosita's random vlogs. Excuse me. But the kids is gonna have their sem break this coming week up until November 2. So they will be back on class November 3. And after Sophie's birthday on Monday, Tuesday they're going to their other grandparents, which is in Antipolo. So they will have, I think, a week of vacation there. So we will have a break from the kids. So that's gonna be happening soon. And then I am happy to announce that I was able to list. I have braved myself to list some of the made up items that I have on hand on Shopee, and I have a sale this week. So that was successful. So I was quite happy about that. And I'm hoping that there will be more sales on my Shopee account. I'm also aiming to buy a diamond painting, but I think I'm gonna do that this November, since I'm also scheduling another yarn visit at Tabora. I wanted to buy more chenille or velvet yarns, and the next things that I'm gonna do is to try to make a blanket out of the pom-pom yarns that I have. So I think I'm gonna incorporate for that the white jumbo yarn that Miss Shirley gave me. And Miss Shirley. So the wreath that I have made, Mama has already hung it by the window by the veranda, so it is already there. I think I have also made a clip of that. And then I have some shout outs. I have seen a podcaster on YouTube, which is Miss Angelia of Crochet House Mouse. I will put her link on the description box below, and also other ones that I have mentioned during this podcast. And if you want to support me, please watch the ads in full. All of my links will be on the description box below, all of my social media accounts. And so, I think that's it from me. I have put here the crochet snowflakes as some type of background for now. And my usual sign is right here. And my co-host is also right there, which is Doopy. And as you can see, I'm on my former place here because I wanted to have a different background for now. So I think I'm gonna let you go. Today's weather, it is sunny. And I'm going to church in the afternoon. Mama already went. She is scheduled during the first service. She always wanted to be on the first service, so that is what she often do. And I wanted to be on the afternoon so that I can make my podcast during the morning. So I think that's it from me. I hope you guys are having a fine weather or a relaxing time after a day's work and some family bonding time. So that's it from me. Bye for now.